Hi ladies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aisha. I'm a certified trauma-informed coach and manifestation guide. And today's video is going to be all about starving the old story. If you're stuck in limiting beliefs, if you feel like you're not making progress with your manifestation, if you feel like you're hitting a wall or you're getting discouraged and you're asking yourself, like, should I even bother? Like, should I keep trying? This is a video for you. So one of the biggest hiccups, like one of the biggest issues overall that the women I coach face is they are stuck in the old story. Like they are living and breathing and feeding this old story with their thoughts, with their emotions, with their reactions, their habits, their like obsessiveness about what it is they don't have. And I totally understand that it can be frustrating when you feel like you're trying and you're doing the techniques and you're working on your confidence and then you still see no movement. It can be really discouraging if you have, taken advice and got a little bit of movement and then nothing, or gotten a lot of movement and then regressed. And I myself have been on so many different manifestation journeys, right? I mean, the journey itself is from the time we begin to grow conscious of our ability to manifest to the time we master manifestation. But as far as like my health journey and my relationship journey and my confidence journey and my finance journey, like those are all different facets of manifestation that I have had different struggles with and have overcome so many different obstacles with different underlying causes. And that's why I'm able to coach people is I've been through enough myself and I've healed enough myself and figured out manifestation enough myself that I can give you these tools and I can give you these techniques and I can give you all of the tips and tricks. But at the end of the day, if you are stuck in your old story, if you are continuing to complain and whine and live as the old version of yourself, if you are stuck living the life of the old version of you, you will never manifest. And that goes for money and cars and houses and vacations and specific people and relationships with your parents and relationships with your your siblings and friends and coworkers. That goes for any job opportunity, any health issue, whether that is weight or your skin being clear or you looking young or even you having more energy. Like it goes for everything. As long as you're stuck in that old story, as long as you are feeding that narrative, that's all you're going to get. It doesn't get simpler than rejecting the old story. Manifestation is not about telling yourself over and over and over again your desire. You know your desire. It's not even about telling yourself or visualizing or trying to do actions that make you feel worthy of your desire either. Those things help, of course. Manifestation is all about who are you being? And from that place of being, what are you thinking? What are you believing? What are you allowing? What are you accepting as your reality? And so many of you are watching these videos and maybe you're even getting coaching and you're looking for a solution besides the solution. It's like I tell you in these videos, okay, you have to change your beliefs. You have to change your concept of yourself and you have to persist until the change happens. And that's not enough for you. You're unsatisfied with that answer. I hate to break it to you, but there is no other answer. There is no secret. There is no magic pill. There is no technique that's going to change the fact that you have to face what you're choosing to believe, accept that you are choosing those feelings. And you are choosing to feed that old story. And you are choosing to be that version of yourself. And in doing so, you are choosing to not be the version of you that has your desires. Because you cannot be the old woman and the new woman. You cannot be in lack and be in fulfillment. You cannot keep talking and feeling and thinking and behaving and feeding the old story. Like, you cannot keep the old story alive and also embody the new self. Embody the woman who has it all. Embody the woman who, of course, she has it all, because everything comes easily to her because she recognizes her power. You cannot be a victim and be a hero. You just can't. And there's no more to it than that. There's no answer beyond the fact that you are choosing to hold on to that old story. And so every day that you wake up and think, wow, I'm still single. I don't know when SP is going to show up. What if they never show up? What if they hate me? What if the reason they're showing up poorly is because I deserve it? What if the reason that they left, or the reason that they were unfaithful, or the reason that they were abusive to me is because I am a bad person, or I am not pretty enough, or I am not smart enough, or whatever the excuse is, whatever that story is, you have to starve it. You have to completely obliterate that story, because if you keep living in that, you will never have what you want. You just can't. You will not get a job that you are grateful for, that you feel blessed to have, that you feel excited about, that you feel persistent towards, by talking about how much you hate your current job. Because that keeps you in a state of stuckness. It keeps you in that state of lack. It keeps all of your focus pouring into that story of victimhood. Pouring into that story of poor me, my life sucks, and I can't do anything about it. No matter how hard I try, nothing good ever happens, and I'm just bad at manifesting, or this isn't for me, or it wasn't meant to be. Should I just give up? And I can't tell you when is a good time for you to give up, but what I can tell you is every single time I've wanted to give up, it's because I was not standing in my power. I was not believing in my ability to manifest. I was being feeble-minded, and I'll be outright and say it. Anyone who is stuck in that victim mindset, when they have all the tools to change, they're choosing that. And it's a version of weakness. It's a lack of discipline. And to be disciplined in your desires means to be persistent in your desires. It means stop complaining that you're single. Stop complaining that you're living paycheck to paycheck. Stop complaining that your body isn't doing what you want it to do. And instead, become that version of self who does have it all. And some of you are like, how do I do that? I've been trying. How do I do that? Keep trying. You keep trying until you get it. If you want to get a college degree, you keep taking classes until you get enough credits to get that degree. If you want to lose weight, you keep doing activities that make you feel healthy until you lose the weight. And some of you are going to get stuck in the how when I explain this. But especially in my experience losing weight, I tried a bunch of different things for many, many, many years. I was vegan, I was vegetarian, I was pescatarian, I tried keto, I did intermittent fasting, I did elimination diet. I, at one point, was like doing P90X, which is like high intensity interval training, and I was running, and I was doing yoga, and I've done all these different exercises and all these different workout plans, and I would gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight endlessly until I changed my narrative. It was not the behavior that gave me the result. It was how I viewed the behavior that gave me the result. It's that if I tried a workout plan, I told myself, this is making me lose weight, period. If I started eating differently, I knew, I believed, I trusted, this is helping me to be healthy. This is helping me to lose weight. This action that I'm taking, because I want to take it, because it feels natural for me to take it, I'm just going to trust that it's working. And the same goes for when we are seeking out a partner. if you are stuck in the story of it's not working, you're only going to get more of it's not working. If you are stuck in the story of I'm single and I'm sad about it, you will only ever be single and sad about it. And I have manifested many relationships, good, bad, in between. And I've manifested relationships that broke me because my self-concept was so poor. And I had to rebuild myself. And in that rebuilding process, did I wish that I wasn't single? Yeah. Did I have to face the pain of being single sometimes? Yeah. Absolutely. But I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted partnership, and I knew I wanted something healthy, and I knew I wanted someone that I could trust and feel fulfilled with. And I recognized that comes from me. Because you can have a good man walk into your life who gives you everything that you want, but if you don't believe you're worthy of them, you will destroy it. Because I've been there. That was me. Until I changed my self-concept. You can have a man show up perfectly for you, taking you out on dates, paying for you, taking care of you, giving you affection, giving you attention, prioritizing you. And you will sabotage that relationship if you do not change yourself. And I know this is a really aggressive video, and I'm gonna title it a rant because it definitely is at this point a rant, but I have to get this straight into your brain. You have nothing to change but you. And if it doesn't work with the first guy, it won't work with the second guy, because he'll start showing up exactly how the first person did. Or maybe not exactly, but he'll show up equally as bad until you fix what's in here. When I talk about reality being a mirror to us, I'm not joking. I'm saying my current SP has spoken words that I imagine him speaking. My SP has spoken phrases that my mother my whole life has spoken to me. And they are not in his vernacular. He doesn't use those phrases. He doesn't call anybody else in his life those things. Only me. Because those are coming from me. And I had to learn that the toxic stuff was coming from me. That the unhealed wounding of my childhood was showing up because it wanted to be healed. It wanted to be acknowledged. It didn't want to be suppressed and ignored and shoved down anymore. It couldn't. It had to live outside of me instead of in me. And so it came out through, to be fair, shitty behavior. Pardon my frankness there. But it came out in immature, irrational outbursts. It came out in selfishness. It came out in rudeness. It came out in naivety. It came out in just the worst possible ways. It manifested from my being because it demanded to be healed. And it said, if you don't heal me, if you don't pay attention to me, if you don't accept me, if you don't acknowledge that I'm here, I'm going to ruin every good thing that happens to you. And that is exactly what's happening to some of you. It is. And I hate to be the bad guy here, but you have to hear it. You have to understand that anything negative that is coming into your reality is coming from you. There is nothing to change but self, because everyone is you pushed out. We project onto people our own beliefs about ourselves. And there's plenty of psychological topics that I can cover that go into this on a scientific perspective. But ultimately, we've all experienced it before. We've all experienced things like confirmation bias and the placebo effect. We've all experienced groupthink and the bystander effect. And if you don't know what these are, please go Google them. They're incredible psychological phenomenon, behavioral phenomenon. But the point is, we have all experienced manifestation. We've called it a bunch of different things, but we've all experienced it, whether that was unconscious manifestation or conscious manifestation. But at the end of the day, if you want a different life, you have to be a different you. If you want a different output, you have to change the input. Okay? So as long as you're feeding that old story, as long as you're feeding that old woman, as long as you're keeping her alive, as long as you're nursing that victim mindset, you will only get more of it, and it will get bigger and stronger and more powerful, and it will manifest quicker, and it will cause chaos, and it will break down every good thing in your life. Everything. It will ruin everything until you heal it. And healing it doesn't mean we have to go on this crazy healing journey, and we have to hire all these coaches, and we have to take ayahuasca, and we have to go to the spiritual retreats, and we have to meditate and do yoga, and we got to buy the crystals, and we got to read tarot, and we got to be vibey, and we got to raise our vibration. No. It just means when you have those negative thoughts, you just have to be like, wow, that was a really negative thought. I don't think that was very helpful, and I don't think it's getting me closer to my goal, so I'm just gonna let it be. It's just a thought. And the same goes for feelings. I get triggered to this day. I mean, I will feel those emotions welling up inside of me. I'll even cry or scream or moan or beg and just feel weak in that emotion. And because I'm so open to feeling those emotions, because I make space for those emotions, they do their job. They do their job to tell me, this hurts. We don't like it. Let's change something so we don't feel this way again. That's all they're there for. And instead of turning away from the mirror and trying to shove those emotions down and pretend like they're not there, I ask myself, why am I feeling this? When my SP does something that triggers me, I ask my body, why? Why is this hurting me? Where is this hurt coming from, and what does it mean? And sometimes I just have an inner dialogue, and sometimes I write about it, and sometimes I just have a good cry and I let it out. And once I come to my senses and I have a clear head, I go, okay, so that happened, and I don't want to have that continue to happen, and I know this is what I do want. So I'm gonna starve that version of me. Now that I've acknowledged it's there, I'm just gonna observe that it's there and be like, oh, hey, I know who you are. I'm acquainted with you. I know you exist. And when it gets louder and louder and louder, I say, okay, you're here to tell me something. Let me listen. Let me pay attention. What is this story telling me? And the more that I listen to the story and acknowledge it, I'm like, oh, okay, so that happened because this thing happened in childhood, or that happened because this person treated me this way. And that led to me creating a belief, forming a belief that says this. But this belief, it doesn't feel right for me anymore. It doesn't feel in alignment with where I'm going. So what's a better thought? What's a better feeling? What's a better story? And let me feed that story. Let me talk about how amazing I am for getting through all the crap that I've been through. Let me talk about how generous I am with the people that I love, with my time and my energy and my affection. Let me talk about how much I love helping other people in my coaching business. I love showing up here to give you this advice because I have been where you are. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Whatever you've been through, I've had health issues, I've had relationship issues, I've had financial issues. Okay? And I'm not saying this to make it seem like my story's bigger and my hurt was bigger and whatever, or you're not allowed to feel your feelings, like be strong and get over it. No, I'm saying if I can do it, you can do it. And there are hundreds of thousands of other women who are sharing their stories, who are coaching other women because they healed themselves, and now we get to give that as a gift to you. But I can't fix you for you. I can help you wake up. I can help you recognize where you're going wrong and where you should be heading. And I can even help you identify the root causes of your beliefs and help you work through them. But I can't do the work for you. Nobody can. Nobody is going to come and save you. Nobody's going to come and force you to be disciplined with your desires. Nobody's going to come and tell you not to give up. I mean, of course, I tell you, keep pushing through, keep showing up, keep, persisting. But I'm not in your bedroom from the time you wake up, like, all throughout the day when you go to work and you run your errands and you hang out with your friends and spend time with your family, and then back in your bedroom when you're going to sleep at night telling you, hey, choose the new story. Stop talking to yourself that way. Like, I can't be there to do that. You have to do that. And you have to choose to do that. And you have to choose to do it when it's hard, and you have to choose to do it when you're tired, and you have to choose to do it when you feel weak, and you have to choose to do it no matter what your excuses are. Because if you're stuck in the old story, it's because you're stuck in your excuses. And as long as you feed into those excuses and you pour into them and you focus on them and you breathe life into those excuses and those beliefs and those reasons and all your, I feel this way because this, I'm stuck because this, he left because this, I'm broke because this, all of those becauses, all of those reasons that are keeping you stuck, that's your choice. And it may not always be an easy choice to choose the new story, to choose the new self, to choose the better version of reality, but it is always, always, always worth it. Always worth it. And I say this as someone who has faced circumstances that felt hopeless, that felt like, am I crazy to think that manifestation is real? Am I bonkers? Like, am I buying the snake oil? Like, am I buying the magic beans because I think they're gonna heal me? I think they're going to fix my problems. Am I looking for a magic solution? Sometimes the manifestation journey can make you feel insane and delusional, and you can lean into that and use that for your advantage. But the point is, when you really want something in life and you know you want it, why would you ever quit? Why would you even question quitting? Why would you feel unworthy of it? If you have that desire in you, why not try? Give it your all. Because you could be 10 inches away from gold and give up, and you would never know. You never know how close you are to your desire. So you have to keep going until it actualizes. There's nothing to change but you. And I intend that every single word I spoke in this video to you is helping you get your manifestation. And I intend that you're going to take this advice to heart and listen to this video over and over and over and over again until these words penetrate your subconscious and you learn to starve the old story and feed the new one. That is it for today's video. I really appreciate you watching this far. I know that these words were not easy to hear, but they were necessary to hear for your benefit, I promise. I will catch you in the next one, and I believe in you. Bye.